Stop for a moment. Look at your life not as a story already written, but as a vast, unmarked expanse, a blank map. You stand on the edge of the known world, your comfort zone. Everything familiar is marked, your job, your routines, your conversations. But beyond that line lies possibility, a swirl of white space labeled only by fear. Here be dragons. The common story says we are explorers, adventurers setting out to conquer the unknown. But here's the truth. You are not just an explorer. You are a cartographer. You don't discover the map. You draw it every day. You're handed a compass that points in only two directions, action or inertia. The moment you pick it up, the voices begin.
It's too late to start that. You're not qualified. The market's saturated. Wait for Monday. It's just a hobby. Be realistic.
These are the whispers of inertia, the forces that tell you to stay still. But when you choose inertia, you don't stay in place. You drift. You drift into the currents of someone else's direction. You let your boss, your finances, or your fears draw their map over your life. The first rule of the cartographer is this: drifting is a decision. A choice not to move is still a choice, and it has consequence. The life you dream of will never be drawn by someone else's hand. To become the cartographer of consequence, you need a new kind of ink, the quiet, persistent ink of effort. Think about the skill you want to master, the goal you want to achieve. Most people quit at the beginning of the drawing. They make a single, faint line and say, "I'm not there yet. It's too hard." This is where the rule of 10 begins. If your goal requires 10 units of work, most people give 2 hours, 2 attempts, 2 tries. But those first 8 units, they're just sketches, rough lines, helping you find the grain of your map. The breakthrough happens in units 9 and 10. That's when the picture connects, when the lines make sense, when momentum begins. The courage isn't in starting the map. It's in continuing the line when the pen feels heavy and the landscape looks flat. Now, let's talk about mistakes. Every map ever created is filled with errors, miscalculated distances, misplaced rivers, territories that never existed. When you fail, when you lose money, when you take the wrong direction, the voice of doubt screams again.
Tear up the whole map. You're a failure. Start over, or better yet, quit.
The amateur cartographer crumples the paper. The master draws the mistake. You circle it. You mark it. Danger. Dead end. Do not attempt again. That mistake becomes an asset. It's data proof of the places you've been. It's information that guarantees someone else will waste their time there, but not you. Your mistakes are not reasons to quit. They are landmarks of consequence, the hard one. High-value lines on your map that no one else can replicate. They define your experience. They define your resilience. So here you are, 7 minutes later. Your life is still that blank map, but now you know the tools. You know that drifting is a choice. You know that effort is cumulative. You know that mistakes are not failure. They are data. The most exciting part of this map-making process is the destination. A life truly lived by your own design. A path that is uniquely, undeniably yours. Pick up your pen. Draw the first line today. No matter how shaky, no matter how small. Ignore the whispers of doubt and the temptation of inertia. Be relentless in your focus. The world doesn't need another follower on a crowded path. It needs your one-of-a-kind, revolutionary map. Start charting your consequence right now.